first of all, I love Tracee Ellis Ross. I mean, you know what I mean? I'm going to say this right now, not too much on Tracee Ellis Ross. Let's be clear. I'm going to say that right now. Okay, but apparently she was on the Michelle Obama, or was it Craig Robinson? I'm not sure whose podcast, but they're both on there. And so she was talking about the grief that she feels sometimes, how she lives in it, she sits in it sometimes, in regards to her not having any kids and also not having a partner. That's right, not having a partner was included in her thing that she felt grief about, for those women out there who may not think that's a thing. But with that being said, what are your thoughts about her opening up about the grief that she felt, and Michelle Obama finally doing more episodes of her podcast? So what are your thoughts in terms of, Tracee Ellis Ross and, admitting grief? I feel like the lady should go first on this one.
Yeah, I think so too.
The ladies
I'm going to yield to Tia. Well, no, I'm going to yield to Tia first. No, I'm going to yield to Tia as the new one on the show.
Oh, gosh. I don't know if it's a male-female thing, but I think that anything that you do too much can breed contempt and or resentment. And so I feel like that may be kind of what she's going through. Like, she probably was overbooked, she was busy, she was paid, she was working regularly and didn't really have time to slow down for a relationship. And having that is great in the moment, but when it's not long standing, then you'll end up regretting or resenting what you've missed. And so it makes sense that she's grieving the relationships. She has to be like in her 50s at this point, thinking about having a child at that age, even if you have a really good partner, is going to be difficult in your 50s. And so, yeah, I think that it's fair that she's grieving. Do I have empathy for her grief? Kind of like, not really. But do I understand it? Sure. I get it.
Oh, what can you tell me a little bit more about the empathy part?
Why I don't have empathy?
Yeah.
Because I think that, the money is so good that you don't want to focus on anything else. So you made a choice. If you made that choice and you exceeded and you excelled at it and life was good for you, then you can't look back and be like, oh, I was a millionaire and I had riches and I was on Essence and I did all these things, but damn, I missed out on this. You can, but I don't have to feel badly for your successes and the things that you had to sacrifice to get there in your mind, because somebody else did it differently.
Okay, S&M.
So I actually am leaning towards that as well. Like, first of all, I'm just going to say this. She chose the path that she was on. She clearly knew at some point in her life, if this was something that she desired or wanted, then that there was going to have to be some type of give and take on her part to get what she desired. And for her, so she chose her career first and foremost. There are women who are career women with families, right? And then there are career women like her who don't have families. I appreciate the fact that she provided a different perspective pertaining to her grief, because so often we hear about how our single women are the happiest, right? And so there's these new studies that are coming out that still state that single women are the happiest. However, there's a caveat in this latest one that indicates that Black women still would prefer to be in a relationship. And so I found that interesting, that differentiation within this latest study that was done. I guess it was like 6,000 people who participated in the study. And so for her, I'm just like, come on, as much as I'm going to not do it because you said not too much on Tracee Ellis Ross. All I'm going to say is when she did Girlfriends, she must have set herself up, because that's what her life ended up looking like. That's all I would say. How about that?
Okay. I mean, fellas, what we tippy-toeing around here? What's going on? What's going on? You guys. Delvin, Jay
you're punting? Oh,
Jay scared.
I was trying to pass it over to Delvin, man.
That's messed up.
Listen.
No, he's playing team ball. He's playing team ball. Go ahead, Delvin.
I'm trying not to be
he's playing team ball.
Yeah,
thank you.
I mean, I think it's pretty, pretty cool of her to be, vulnerable about and talk about that, because there are other women who are, maybe have those similar choices that she's already made, and it could be a cautionary tale or something that can help somebody else out. So I totally get that, and I appreciate that openness and that transparency. But got to be real, man. She had a chance, like the 99 to 2000. I can't believe that every guy she was in contact with in that social circle and that tax bracket wasn't good enough. I'm just not buying that. At some point, that's a you thing. You know, if you're around the richest, famous, most well-known, high-profile black men and men in general on the planet, and nobody was good enough, or nobody kind of fit the bill, then that's a you thing. I can't have any sympathy for that. I'm sorry. That sucks, and I hate that for her. But I'm just not buying it that everybody was just didn't measure up. That was a choice you made, and that's okay. You are where you are. And that's how I see it.
Okay, that's a
But did
fair
she say
point.
that
Jay,
though?
you good?
Did she say they didn't
Ain't
measure?
no love
Did she say that?
in
Well,
the
No,
heart.
that's a
I
good
mean,
question.
you can't infer anything else other than that.
Other
Well,
than what?
technically,
I
you
mean,
can infer
Yes.
that there was a bunch of
What?
men who wanted babies preferred babies over marriage or carriage before marriage, and perhaps those men were the ones that she was attracting. So there's technically two ways you could infer what was happening.
well,
Okay.
What you
here's
can
what I do
infer.
know. She may not have had any kids, but I'm going on a limb to say she probably wasn't celibate. So I mean, you make time for what you want to make time for. It's a choice. I mean, that's my girl. That's my boo. I love her. Uh, I'm here for
This is still in
girlfriends and
bounds.
everything.
Yeah.
But
Mind you, I'm the Tracee, referee here, so this is still in bounds. He's making
So, okay,
salient
good,
points.
good, good,
There's nothing
no
out of
no
bounds
good.
that he has
no
said.
flag on the
Yeah,
play.
no flag on the play. Go ahead, Jay.
Yeah,
It's all
so
in
no,
bounds. Thank you.
okay, I'm gonna try to stay in balance. I really am. I really am. So no, I don't really have. I don't. Okay, so I have sympathy with everybody who felt sorry for her. Okay, I have sympathy for those people, and the reason I have sympathy for them is because something in her situation resonated in your situation, and I think I might know what it is. I think you've realized you can't have it all. You realize that story of your life that you imagine, you have somehow managed to get a lot of it, or maybe enough of it that you can show to other people, but not enough that you're happy. And so now you're like, dang, I wish I had done this, wish I had done that. But like my brother was saying earlier, it's opportunity cost, right? And it's okay. It doesn't mean, because what I really think she's scared of is, I really think she's scared of two things, right? Dying alone, right? Okay. And of not having experienced certain dynamics and relationships in her human experience that she would have likely had she been a wife and a mother, right? Some relationship dynamics. Now, y'all say that, she was picky, she was evident why she's single. Yeah, I believe she was picky. I think that she knew what kind of vibe she wanted, and she was not going to sit down with anything that wasn't her vibe. And I'm good with that, right? I think her grieving now is that she has failed to reshape her vision. She has failed to say, you know what? Just because it's not like this, I still have this, and I could be poly. I'm just gonna say it. Now, for real, all jokes aside, seriously, change your dynamic. What family looks like, what raising kids looks like. You can still have the experience that you always wanted, and you don't have to grieve.